Class, it's Brother Wilkinson with some ideas about the Unit 2 project coming up. The goal of this brief message is to help alleviate any concerns, or at least some of the concerns you might have about how to prepare. We're going to cover the three topics that are shown here. And the first thing I would like to do is just give you an announcement about a change that I want to make in this project. And it's simply that we're going to study universal teaching techniques in week 8. However, we will not be including them in the interview preparation document or in the interview itself. I would like to begin the interviews on Monday of next week for any who may be ready. And in order to do that, there's no way to require you to prepare the week 8 content. However, I would like you to do the readings and reflections for that week, and I'll be lecturing on those elements. The second point is just to review the requirements quickly. The interview preparation document is designed to help you have a successful interview. You're free to do it as partners, to bring a copy to the interview as required, and you may use it in the interview in order to respond. The next point is that the questions themselves in the interview process will last 20 minutes. And there'll be time to consider only a few of these questions. So you can expect one question from each week, and then you can anticipate those questions based on the slides that are coming up and the sample that I'm going to give you in just a minute, the sample response. The question will be broad, but your response should be specific and should explicitly show what you've learned and how you'd apply it. So here is a sample from week 5. The question could be this question: assuming a few students are not making progress, what role could expectation play in my helping them succeed? So here's one response that could be made that I'm just going to do off the cuff here, just as a sample. So in week 5, I learned something really important, and I hadn't quite considered it this way, but I know it well. I mean, I sang "I Am a Child of God" all growing up, and I testify in testimony meeting that I know that God knows who I am. But I hadn't really connected it to my students. They are also children of God, and knowing that will have a huge impact on my teaching. The impact will be that I will expect that they can learn, that they have unlimited potential, and that I can keep looking for solutions. The other side of the gospel connection is that I have the gift of the Holy Ghost, and this is a huge aha for me. I'm able to draw on an unlimited resource from the Spirit to find ways to teach my children. That just gives me great comfort. It's just really quite unbelievable. And Tiffany Evans even said recently in her presentation to us that she prays about specific students and specific needs and to know what to say in specific moments. And this really inspires me, and I want to use these tools and my testimony and faith. The next thing I learned was a little disturbing. I mean, there was research that says that teachers treat students who they don't think will learn negatively. They're not as kind, they're not as patient, they don't give them as much time to respond to questions that I might ask, or the teacher might ask, and that I just want to avoid. It may be natural for teachers to do that, and the research may say that it's natural, but I don't want it to be natural to me. And I think the students who are having trouble in my class need to be given more opportunities to respond, more feedback, more eye contact, more scaffolding, and then have successes where they can see that they're succeeding, and I can transfer my expectation to them so that they not only are being treated well, they're succeeding, and they see they're succeeding. The final point I want to make is that we make assumptions. This is related to the Rosenthal research, and we make assumptions all the time, and we operate on those assumptions. I just want to make sure that my assumptions are in the possibility side rather than the measurement or the negative side. I don't want to give in to the tendency we all have to be critical and to blame other factors. I want to take responsibility. I want to expect them to learn. I want to expect myself to teach effectively so that we can all succeed. That's how I see expectation. So that's just an example of how, and it took about 3 minutes. I was timing it on my stopwatch on my phone just to make sure, and I just give it to you as a possible way to look at how the response could be framed. We have some other examples. In week 6, there's a question. Week 7, there's a question. Questions may or may not be exactly like this, but this is the kind of question you'll be asked and some of the response points you might consider. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm looking forward to meeting with you and having this conversation about teaching and learning. Thank you.